right, so we're diving deep today into Wander and Wonder, the Travel Tales podcast, and
Okay.
specifically this episode about hidden gems, underrated travel destinations you must visit. And
Right.
it looks like you're really into finding those less traveled, those those incredible places that most people haven't been to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I've got all your notes here,
Mm.
and I think our goal today is to really kind of figure out why going beyond those typical tourist traps can be so rewarding. I'll
Definitely.
talk about, what makes discovering those hidden gems so special and
Yeah.
maybe even hint at a few unique spots that you could explore.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
I think it's so interesting. What really stood out to me looking at everything you sent over
Hmm.
is how much emphasis there is on like the deep satisfaction that comes from finding your own path.
Yeah.
It's not just about seeing something beautiful. It's about that feeling of like one of your articles even said
Oh, yeah.
being the first to witness the sunrise over a forgotten ruin
Wow.
instead of, fighting for a selfie at some crowded landmark.
Yeah. No, totally. It's that sense of discovery.
Exactly.
It's like you're finding something new.
Yes.
And, speaking of unique experiences, one of the blogs you sent talked about
Oh, yeah.
this tiny family-run guest house in a remote mountain village.
Oh, wow.
And what really stuck out was that the highlight wasn't even the scenery. It was
Yeah.
connecting with the locals,
Whoa.
like having those authentic interactions.
Yeah, that personal touch.
Yeah, it's so different from the kind of like transactional,
Right.
touristy experiences you get in those really popular spots.
Yeah, it's more genuine, you
Yeah.
know? And actually, thinking about it on a larger scale,
Mm-hmm.
some of the research you sent on sustainable tourism,
Oh, right.
it shows that these hidden gems often provide a way to support local communities more directly.
Oh, interesting.
You're experiencing the culture in a less diluted way,
That makes sense.
and it feels like a more equal exchange.
Yeah, you're not just a tourist passing through.
Oh,
Yeah, you're actually becoming a part of something.
yeah, you're contributing.
So, as you're starting to think about where to find these amazing places,
Right.
it's interesting to see how the definition of hidden has changed.
Oh, how so?
It's not always about being geographically remote anymore, is it?
No, not necessarily. That's a really important point from your notes.
Yeah.
It could be, a lesser known part of a popular city,
Right?
like visiting during the off season.
Yeah.
Or exploring a neighborhood a little further out from the main tourist attractions.
Whoa.
Or even an entire country that just hasn't become super popular yet.
Oh, wow.
A place that might have just as much history and natural beauty, but without all the crowds.
Mhm.
One example from your material was the Balkans.
Oh, the Balkans. Yeah.
There are tons of fascinating historical sites hidden away there.
That's so true. I feel like we're constantly bombarded with the same iconic landmarks.
Right.
But I bet there is so many smaller cities and regions
Oh, absolutely.
with unique character and stories just waiting to be discovered.
And it's not just about avoiding the crowds either.
Right.
Some of your research highlighted how these less visited places often have pristine natural environments
Yeah.
that haven't been impacted by mass tourism.
So it's a totally different experience.
It's more authentic, more untouched.
Now I'm getting excited for you.
Me too.
But, okay, how do you actually find these hidden gems?
Well,
They're not exactly advertising in travel brochures, are they?
not usually, but your sources offered some really practical advice.
Okay.
Instead of those broad searches, they suggest looking at niche online communities,
Okay.
travel blogs specific to the region you're interested in, even local forums or academic papers about emerging tourism trends.
Wow. So really digging deep.
Yeah, it's about finding those pockets of information that haven't become mainstream yet.
That makes sense. Go to the specialist.
Exactly.
Now, what about when you're actually traveling?
Mm-hmm.
Any tips from your sources on how to spot these hidden gems once you're there?
Definitely.
Okay.
The biggest piece of advice is to talk to locals.
Okay.
Strike up conversations, ask for recommendations beyond the usual tourist spots.
Yeah.
Hotel staff, cafe owners,
Right.
even other travelers who seem adventurous.
Yeah.
They can be amazing resources.
Yeah. Word of mouth is powerful.
And as one article pointed out, be open to those unexpected detours.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes the best discoveries happen when you least expect them.
I love that, embracing serendipity.
Exactly.
Okay, now for a practical question, because budget is always a factor.
Right.
Are these hidden gems generally more affordable?
Well, according to the financial analyses in some of your sources, often yes,
Okay.
because these destinations haven't been fully commercialized yet.
Mm-hmm.
Prices for accommodation food activities tend to be lower,
Oh, that's great.
so you can potentially travel longer or do more within your budget.
So to wrap things up for you, the listener,
Okay.
we've talked about why seeking out hidden gems can be so rewarding.
Yeah.
You know, that thrill of discovery, the authentic cultural experiences we've hinted at, where you might find these unique places, talking about lesser-known destinations across different continents, even touching on specific regions like the Balkans,
Yeah,
with their rich history and natural beauty.
definitely.
And we've also looked at how you can find these gems, emphasizing the importance of targeted research, using those niche online communities.
Yeah. Engaging with locals once you're there.
And remember, it could even be more budget-friendly.
Absolutely.
Now, this deep dive has only scratched the surface of Wonder and Wonder's exploration into hidden gems.
True.
There are so many fascinating stories and unexpected adventures waiting for you out there.
For sure.
So as you plan your next trip, think about what kind of hidden travel story you want to create.
Yeah.
What unique experiences are you looking for?
That's the exciting part.
What hidden gems will you discover?
And what will